Well, I thought today it would be fun to invite all of you to spend the day with Bill and I. We've got a lot going on. Of course, we have a little Dollar Tree shopping. I'm going to do some St. Patty's Day decorating. I got to get that finished up, and that always involves Dollar Tree decor. So I thought I'd share that with you. And Bill is going to do a little cooking in the kitchen, and he wants to share one of his favorite wintertime recipes with you all, too. Hey, everybody, it's Shelby with a Chick Plus 3, and did you catch that? Of course, he is already in the kitchen getting ready to go. So we're going to jump right into this busy day. I hope you'll stick around and join us. What do you say? Let's go. I thought what I would do is share some of my St. Patrick's Day decor. I have some to finish up, so I thought we could hang out together, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm going to do. So this is a little shelf that I have set up, and this is like in our dining room, but our house is small, so this is all open. I spend a lot of time in this area, so I used to have teacups on this shelf, but now I've decided I want to use it as seasonal decor. So these white trees here, I've had these up since Christmas, and I had them decorated for Valentine's Day. I did share that, and so now I'm going to decorate them for St. Patrick's Day. So what I did was I just pulled out some of my green dishes, these awesome vintage huge St. Patrick's Day ephemera pieces Monique sent me. These are the little Dollar Tree. These are sold right now for St. Patrick's Day, but these are the same ones, guys, that they sell at Halloween for the Witch's Cauldron. So these can do double duty. For some height, I have them set on some napkin rings. I've got some chocolate gold coins. Oh, and up there, now I don't know, it's not going to show great because of the light streaming in, but this is one of the Dollar Tree felt garlands that I shared with you guys. So here, let me turn it back. All right, guys, so what I'm going to continue to do on the shelf, I have those white trees. So look at what I found. Now look at, this is Easter ribbon, but look at that gorgeous green and white, right? That's going to be perfect for St. Patrick's Day. And if you all remember, I had hauled these not too long ago. So both of these things are from the Dollar Tree. So I think these will look cute, and I'm going to use the ribbon. So let me grab some scissors. Again, I will angle the camera so you can see how I'm going to decorate these little Dollar Tree trees. And that whining down there, that crying, is, of course, my dear Mr. Bryn. And of course the neighbor's dog's barking too, and they literally are right on the other side of this wall, about 6 feet away from me, so a little loud in here, but that is life here in our household. Now I have these ancient pinking shears, so I love to use this to cut the ribbon. Now this is just 3 yards, and I only have one spool of it. So what I'm going to do is totally unwind it and then cut it in half so that I will have equal amounts for each trees, because I have 2 trees on a side. So I found the center. The pinking shears just give it a little extra something, but you certainly can just use regular scissors. All right, so now I have my one piece for this tree. So I am going to just tie little bits of green on the branch, just like that, and snip it off. And so I'm just going to choose to do this on the branches that are going to show. And to make these trees look fuller, I have them like all pushed forward and the back flattened against the wall there. So this is just a really inexpensive way to, you know, dress up these little Dollar Tree trees for the different holidays, the different seasons. You know, $1.25 for the spool of ribbon, and I'm gonna do both trees with it. And you could totally just leave it like this. I think it looks adorable. I don't think you have to add anything else. At Christmas, I did red and white like peppermint striped ribbon. It looked adorable. If you want to see how that came out, and the Valentine's Day one, I do have the home tours up on my channel. All right, I'm thinking that's looking super sweet. And what I did, guys, so see what I'm talking about? I have the back all flat so that it can go flush with the wall. And I use some styrofoam and put it in this plastic cup. And you can see it was a Christmas one, but I turned it around. It has little snowflakes on it. And that way it just fits here perfectly on the shelf. So now I'm going to work on the tree on the other side. All right, so here is the other tree, and now I'm going to do the exact same thing to this one. So I have the other yard and a half. So again, one spool did both trees. And I mean, I just eyeballed this, you know. I could have like measured out little strips of ribbon and made sure there were equal little tie-offs for each tree, but I figured I didn't need to go to that much effort. I would just eyeball it, just so that each one has little touches of this green and white gingham, because I think this ribbon is absolutely adorable. I've had these white Dollar Tree trees, I think, for like 4 years now too. So I bought them back when they were $1, so I have definitely gotten my money's worth out of these. All right, so here is how it looks with the little ribbons on the trees now. So that's the point that I am at. I think it's looking sweet. All right, now I have these to use, so I got to figure out how I want to use these. And there's green with white, and then white with green. I'll put them in the trees. I think I like that. I think I like them in the trees. Yeah. I don't know, what about something like that? Tree Have a couple in the cauldrons. And then the other tree. I think that looks kind of cute like that. So here's how it's looking. Here's my little shelf on our table. I just pulled out some of my green dishes and of course a little Dollar Tree garland there. This is a vinyl tablecloth that Bill picked out, I think at like a Home Goods or a Marshall's. It was $3.99. So there's kind of an overall look of it.
I just got over a stomach flu, but my stomach's still a little iffy. So join me later, and I'll make us a nice, light, but healthy matzo ball soup.
So before we get to Bill's soup making, I'm going to run into the Dollar Tree to do a little treasure hunting. I always make sure to check out the Peeps display to see if there are any new flavors to try this year. Look at these St. Patty's Day socks. I love the black cat that says Lucky. And aren't these flowers gorgeous? Now I know these are probably more for summer or autumn, but now is the time to get them when you see them before they get picked over. This is really catching my eye too. These are gorgeous stems in 3 different shades. These really look springy to me. Delphinium, how nice. And what is this? Silly Scents by Crayola. So I guess it's like Crayola's version of Play-Doh, but they're all scented. Grape, strawberry, orange. What's this yellow one? Lemon? No, banana. Oh, wow. Oh, and look at this. Treats for my peeps. That print looks new. Oh, so doesn't this one maybe? Cottontail's Candy Cafe Jelly Beans. And I don't think I've ever shared this garden sign with you guys. Their Spring Fling collection. Now this is new to me, another felt garland. Look at this one. Pink, blue, and yellow flowers. And this is a really fun print tablecloth. All right. These are really nice. You get a 2-pack and they're very like rubbery. I think these would be great in the fridge, not get all brittle. And they have a navy blue and a gray, and then they have the larger coordinating one. But nice like rubberyness to these. Star Plast. I don't recognize that label.
All right, let's make matzo ball soup. It's delicious, it's quick, and it's my favorite thing when I'm a little sick or it's still cold out. First off, let's take care of the soup. Soup's taken care of. All you're going to need is your favorite chicken broth from the store. You can get chicken broth at the Dollar Tree. The problem with the chicken broth at the Dollar Tree has a lot of salt in it. I like the unsalted version of a chicken broth. Soup's done. We're just going to add maybe a few slices of carrots to this at the end, and we're done with the soup. So let's focus on the matzo balls. All right, to start, you're just going to want to go out to the store and get yourself some matzo meal, a box of matzo meal. They come in cans. They come in all different producers, but you can find them in any grocery store. On the back, you're going to find the mistake-proof recipe to make matzo balls. Okay, and what we're going to do is use a recipe here for 10 to 12 matzo balls, about an inch, inch and a quarter. But if you come across a recipe that makes only 6, let's say, matzo balls, it's because you're just cutting the recipe by half. Okay, so what we're going to need is some matzo meal. Now you can, if you have matzo, the unleavened bread, you can crunch that up and make it fine. That's what this is really. It is a Jewish unleavened bread, and it makes great meatballs. Basically, we're making Jewish meatballs and putting them in chicken broth. So follow along. All right, let's assemble our ingredients. You're going to need 4 eggs, the box of matzo meal, some seltzer, some vegetable oil, and some salt and pepper. That's it. All right, first thing we're going to do is beat 4 eggs. One. Now once these are well beaten, everything else just goes into the pot at the same time. All right, to the eggs we're going to add a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil or margarine. Now the recipe says margarine or vegetable oil, doesn't say butter. And we mix that in. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add a little less than a teaspoon because I don't really want to get a lot of salt. I'm using kosher salt here, which is bigger and would have a little less sodium in it. And then we're going to add in a pinch of black pepper. I like a lot of pepper. And that gets mixed up. Then we come to water or seltzer. All right, seltzer or water. You have your choice on the back of this recipe. Many recipes will say water. I was told that the real Jewish matzo ball has seltzer in it to make it light and airy, although water will work. We're going to use seltzer. Whoa, somebody shook this up. Whoa, medium dreist. All right, we just need a 1/4 cup of water or seltzer. Now, if you're using seltzer, you don't want to stir too vigorously because you want that carbonation to stay, because we got to add our matzo meal now. Okay, the final ingredient. For this batch, we need a cup of matzo meal, a full cup. All right, so we need a cup of matzo meal for the large batch of matzo balls. If you're making a smaller batch, I believe you just give them a 1/2 cup. You can see basically making a mess. You see this looks like ground crackers, ground saltines. They're a little stiffer though, and they'll hold up much better. Now we add that, mix it in, but remember we have seltzer. We don't want to lose that carbonation. So we're just going to basically fold in the matzo meal. All right, so what we have to do now is we have to get this nice and stiff so we can make our matzo balls. So I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for a minimum of a 1/2 hour. I prefer an hour. So I'll see you in an hour. All right, it's been an hour. Now I'm going to make my matzo balls. You want to make sure your hands are wet because you're going to be rolling this hardened dough into sort of little meatballs, about an inch, and popping them into boiling water. All right, so I take a little bit, maybe a teaspoon. Again, everything's wet, and I roll it. These are going to